Hello everyone, this is Commander Jack here, and this is my new Elite Dangerous series. I'm just restarting a fresh commander tonight, and going to basically start out with just the 10,000 basic credits that you get, and we'll be doing probably some boring stuff to start out with just to get a little bit of extra credits. I had to use my HOTAS controls, and then I restarted a new game. So let's get into the mission board, see what missions that we can take. I usually like looking for the courier missions. They're easy, give you a little bit of credits like these here. Let's look at this one. Basically we just have to go to Mercury orbital. Obviously I have difficulty pronouncing stuff. It'd be an easy 27,000 credits. Let's go ahead and take that one. Exit. Auto launch, which is a new feature since the last time I played it. I really enjoy it. Obviously I got used to launching and landing my own aircraft, but if you stay like 0 speed, it will literally just auto launch for you and leave the space station for you. Sometimes it'll put you in a queue to leave or enter. I don't know if it'll do it this time or not. Yep, we are waiting in a queue to leave. And I enjoyed the added string music that they put in while you're sitting here waiting. Obviously, if you don't feel like waiting, you can just go. Who has time to wait, right? Go over and see what system we need to go to. Or nah. Which is up this way. A little compass on the left lets you know where it's at. If the dot is solo like that, tells you it's in front of you. If it's hollow, it means that's pretty much behind you. You gotta wait to be unmask locked too. Just fly away from whatever mass we're in. Usually space stations or planets. Speed up a little bit here. We're speeding. They usually give you a ticket sometimes, but there we go. And charging up the frame shift. And away we go. Going to hyperdrive. And for anyone curious, I am using a HOTAS system for joystick and throttle. HOTAS stands for hands on throttle and stick. See where we need to go here. It highlights it in blue for whatever mission you're on. Mukherjee. Something else that I really like they added is an assist for this. You don't have to use it, but it makes it a lot easier, because let me tell you, the amount of times I've gone past my target and had to turn around, pretty sure I've just lost count. And it is a pain to turn all the way around and make it back to your system. This way it'll basically keep you lined up with it, and it'll start slowing you down when it needs to, and you'll jump out at the system itself. In future videos I'll probably be skipping a lot of this boring downtime stuff. Just I wanted to spend a little bit of time giving explanations and just showing what it kind of looks like. Especially when you're in like hyperspace and stuff. They've actually made a very beautiful game. And from what I've heard is very accurate to our own galaxy. And here we're coming up on the station now. And it'll pretty much pull you out of the hyperspace mode whenever you get close enough automatically. I'm pretty sure there's settings you can turn off, but I'm probably going to keep them on. It just makes it a whole lot easier. Far less time consuming. You cannot land unless you request access. You have to be within 7,500 kilometers to be able to request access. And once again, put it down to a certain speed and it'll automatically land for you as well. Definitely a new addition since the last time I played the game, is definitely helpful. Although sometimes sickening when you don't expect it to do barrel roll. Da, 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 da. Definitely string music they added as well. And here we are. Usually trying to refuel. Mission board. And easy job well done. Definitely on the boring side, but it's easy early credits. Let's see what type of outfitting we can do here. The Sidewinder is the starting ship that everyone starts with when creating their own new commander. It usually comes with 2 hard points, 1 utility or 2 utility mounts. Has all your core stuff, your alloy, your power plant, thrusters, frameshift drive, life support, fuel tank, sensors, and power spear. There's a bunch of optional stuff too. All of it's obviously loaned. You actually start with 2 empty components you can put into it, with all sorts of stuff. Fuel tanks, fuel scoops, where you can actually get fuel from certain planets, I believe. I haven't actually gone that far into it. I played a little bit of Elite Dangerous, but I'm not like an expert at it or anything like that. Get refineries. You can actually be a miner. You can mine ore from asteroids and refine it to sell. Get transfer limpets, collection limpets, repair limpets. Those are very helpful. Hard points. We start with 2 pulse lasers, They are gimbaled, which makes aiming a lot easier. Like, these are fixed. You actually have to be pointing your crosshair and your ship straight ahead in order to aim them, whereas gimbaled, they sort of rotate around and auto lock on. Usually fixed or higher damage rates, but gimbaled is a lot easier to hit with, and they're especially a lot easier when in a close range dogfight, whereas fixed are usually better at longer ranges. The thermal weapons, like burst lasers and pulse lasers, they're far better on shields. Usually you want a mixture of those and cannons. The lasers are much superior to shields. They knock shields out quicker, and then you switch over to cannons, which will be far better against hulls. Once the shields are down, you can definitely knock out ships using cannons. They didn't really have anything I wanted to spend a lot of money on. Let's see what the trading is like. Definitely, this is a big change too that they made. There's how much the supply is, how much you buy it for, and left is average. On the right hand side is actually tells you where you can sell it at and for if it's a profit or not. Like scrap, we can buy it for 111 credits, and we actually sell it at Otogen for 777. So that's definitely a very large profit there. Pretty much 700% profit. You can buy non-lethal weapons for 1500 credits here and sell them at Otogen for 2300, so not much percentage wise, but it is a large profit as well. Definitely makes things easier instead of having to use a third-party website like we usually had to do to find out where they were at. See, mission board, probably going to be another boring career mission. There are others. There's like source and return where you have to find like 6 polymers and return it to the station for money. There's mining. You mine units of ore to return it. The career job we just did. Take down a named pirate. Liberate encrypted correspondence. I don't know what the terminal data links are. I haven't done those since I came back. There's requirements not met. Usually they require a reputation. Probably take another courier job. And I did name myself Jake Stockton. I don't know if we have any avid reader fans here, but one of my favorite Space Series books. He was a very skilled fighter pilot in a military space opera. Let's see where we need to go now. You can also change the systems over to the right. There's system, engine, and weapons. Whichever one you put into more actually increases the power output. I think the actual HUD display is pretty informative with the radar map, the compass to the left, your shielding and health to the right. Line myself out here, that's an OCD thing, you don't actually have to do that. That's actually a way to check your missions. You have transactions, that's missions, passengers, claims, which are bounty hunting. If you kill people with like warrants out, you actually have claims that you then go to whatever faction that they have the warrant out for and claim the credits there, which is very lucrative. There's your outstanding fines and your outstanding bounties. Contacts is the different like vessels, unidentified objects, space stations, nav points, and stuff like that that you can actually like sense with your sensor and stuff. Navigation is all of the zones, the planets, the nav beacons, the bases, the space stations, or the solar systems down here that you can find. The right side is a very important one. These are all your modules on your ships. Fire groups, which you go to a lot. This right here, just the both weapons that you have. You have your fire groups. Right there is fire group 1 for lasers. Fire group 2 with all my standards on it. I just set. That's how things all just flavor stuff. You actually turn off your flight assistant stuff here. Your preferences inside the cockpit. Statistics and the functions. This is your inventory with all your materials and your finery and your ship cargo. The data on board. I think that's crafting. I haven't done any of that yet. Here's all your status with your reputations, your factions, the log, all your finances, and your permits. And this is a chat log up here, your inbox, your socials, histories, your squadron feed if you haven't joined a squadron, and this is the options for it. And we're finally arriving at our destination. Come over here with all your contacts. This is actually the space station here. And I'm requesting docking. They granted it. Sometimes they actually do deny it. Most of the time that's when the space station is full and they just don't have room. And so you kind of just have to wait and watch and see if people leave the space station and then just request again. turn in this mission, make some more money. Like I said, it's a very boring way of making money to start out with. It's very easy starting out with. Once I can find maybe an eagle to fight with, probably an eagle. It's probably a pretty good step up from Sidewinder. There's an adder, and there's a cobra Mark II. That one's actually kind of expensive, but it's a very good all-rounder, but I prefer jumping up to the eagle. That way I can just start getting bounties and making quick money that way. Probably got the same thing here, yep. Disperse lasers, cannons and pulse lasers all fixed. Take on the courier mission to Matet. And we'll auto launch. And I'm not going to put everyone through all the boring flying around. So, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Alright, welcome back. I ended up just landing and turning in that for that chunk of money. And I actually ended up just buying the Eagle ship. This is definitely a step up from the Sidewinder. It is far more maneuverable, has 3 weapon points instead of 2. Unfortunately, I don't have any cannons or multi-cannons, so all I got on it are 3 pulse lasers now. So we'll be able to shred shields as long as our weapon systems can hold up to the energy usage. But holes will take a little bit longer. And I have to put the new weapon to a fire group. I could either put it in group 1 or 2. I think I'll leave it for 2. That way I can use my 2 fixed lasers that come with the Eagle as group 1, which is my primary fire, and then my gimbaled is group 2 for my secondary fire. Those are all my standards. They allow me to stand different things. Discovery, I believe, stands the system. Data link stands nav points or ships and stuff like that. I haven't really used them that much either. I know you can also get like a kill warrant stander, I believe. It stands ships warrants to see how much they're worth. Now I think I'm going to test out this ship and trying to bounty hunt. We will be launching. I'll let Jordan take us out for that. When bounty hunting, the best place you can do it is either mineral fields, if you can find rare mineral fields and stuff like that where people are mining. Sometimes there will be pirates out there looking to actually take out the miners, try and get their stuff and they'll get warrants on them, or just already have warrants. The place I enjoy going to starting off where we're going are nav points. They will be, or nav beacons I should say. Oh, that one's on the other side of the planet. Let's see if we can get around this planet without running into it. And zoom, we're off. Set it to, oh, guess we're going to go around the planet. This is going to be a long flight. Meow. My cat happens to be in the room with me, and he is sitting here in the middle of the room just meowing. Oh, and he sees something invisible now. You could probably definitely get there faster by doing this yourself instead of just letting it assist you. But like I said, I have a very bad habit of just completely zooming past my target and then I do this whole thing where you're turning around, flying around in circles, and it's a real pain. So this is definitely much better. And we are here. A way to find out if stuff has warrants and stuff when you're bounty hunting is you have to target it, and the bottom left it will start scanning. It will tell you what their name is, what their ship is, if they're competent, expert, novice, master, and clean means that they do not have a warrant. The Pilots Federation is what type of like faction they're part of. That one's an Alliance Crusader ship. He's deadly, but he's also clean. No warrants there. Diamondback Explorer. Another clean one. And sometimes this can take a while. Obviously later on when I'm doing this, I'm not going to sit here and subject you guys to it. I'll just start skipping the combat because, you know, that's more enjoyable than sitting here just looking at all the different ships and stuff. This one actually does have a warrant. It is wanted. It is a master pilot, but it's also in a Type 6 transporter, which is a very heavy, very slow, not maneuverable ship, and is definitely not suited for combat as a hauler. Most likely this is a smuggler if he has warrants. Could just be a trader who got in trouble. But we're going to see what we can do about subjecting that warrant. What I was talking about earlier between fixed and gimbaled. The moving reticle is my gimbaled pulse laser. It will automatically track my target. My fixed ones are the two in the center. Those are my primaries. Those I have to aim myself. Like so. Now, let's see what we can do about that warrant. I really do wish I had more gimbals than I did fixed. And also, other people will come and help you. Mostly Alliance Federation people, but sometimes other bounty hunters will be in the area too. Oops. Losing control here. I accidentally hit a few buttons. And he is going down. He was worth 21,000 credits. Those 3 or so courier missions I did was worth about 26 to 30,000. Just that alone was almost enough to cover what those missions were. You seen earlier where I was just looking at ships out the screen and target them like that. You can also go to your navigation panel contacts, and here's all the contacts that are here. A bunch of system authorities that helped me, the navigation beacon itself, and here's some of the materials. If you have a cargo scoop, you can actually scoop them up and take them yourself and sell them, which is kind of what piracy is. I don't know how it works out if you kill someone who has a warrant and do that, but that is also a possibility of earning some money that way. And I'll be searching for my next warrant, so I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, and I found my next target, a Cobra Mark III. This one might be a little bit more difficult because this is actually a really good versatile ship. And it's a step up from an Eagle, but we'll see how we do. I did already put his shields offline though. Switch everything over to weapons, that way my weapon power will recharge quicker. He might actually get away before I can actually, yep, he got away. That's also the problem of not having any kinetic weapons. I can't actually do any damage to shields. Or to holes at least. The eagle, it's green, so it's definitely going to be a system authority. The green ones are usually the system authority guys. And the orange ones will just be regular, either NPCs or other players. I believe right now, since I've just started, it put me into a solo session itself. But eventually I'll probably go on to actual online play where other players are. More system authorities. Wanted, but he's also in a wing of 3. We would have to end up fighting him and his 2 partners. But there are a lot of system authorities out here, and it actually looks like they're leaving. See what these guys are doing over here anyways. Looks like they're following these guys around. Oh, now we fight. They caught the ire of the system authorities, and we use that to our advantage. Get his shields down already. Maybe. Oh, we use chafe. That throws off gimbal, but that's where fixed actually comes in play at. It does not affect the fixed accuracy at all. Ooh, somebody hit him with a missile. He just lost like 30% of his hull right there. And he is down, ooh, 50,000. That was a good bounty. See if I can quickly get another one. Yep, there he is. You have to do a certain percentage of their hull or shield, I believe. think this, nope. That was not the last one I didn't have, but starting to try and take him out. He has done 85,000. These guys had some nice bounties on him, damn. He's clean. They had a friend with him, a third one, but I don't know where he was, but another wanted. This is a pretty good day. I think I might take this guy out and go back to base, turn in my bounties, and call it a day. If I can even catch up to him. And let's see how this goes. He is actually going to fight back. And I have some friends in fight. His shields are easily dropped because he's a Cobra. Probably not well equipped actually. Really wish I had some kinetic weapons though. Oof. Another missile hit. I'm also not exactly claiming to be the best pilot out here. I'm still learning myself with my joystick. Definitely the way to go though. And he's done. That's another 20,000. Okay. Put our weapons away. Let's see where the bounties are. Pilots Federation, which I believe is actually, I can turn them in here. Yep, Pilots Federation up there. And I'll see you guys once I get back to the station. And welcome back. Finally made the Coal Station. I'm glad you didn't see my incoming because I forgot to set the assist, so I actually went flying past it. And when the autopilot was doing the landing itself like I had been showing, you can't actually trust it because it did run me into the station for some reason. But when turning in bounties, you can go to contacts, go to authority contact, and you can redeem either certain factions bounties or redeem all your bounties. 174,000 actually a pretty good bounty. We got lucky with that 80k. That was a really good find there. This one actually does have a shipyard too. This I believe is where I got my Eagle at. You also have the hauler, which is a transport ship used for trading. An adder, which I believe is just a versatile ship. Yeah, it's good for like explorers and stuff like that, and fighting. The Viper, I believe, is a step up from an Eagle. It's a very fast combat ship. Mostly used for dog fighting, bounty hunting. Sidewinder's the starting ship. It's not terrible, but it kind of is. You kind of want to get away from it as quickly as possible. But I think that's all for now. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up, like, whatever, and subscribe. I'm hoping to put out more of these as a complete series. And once I naturally get a bankroll going, I would really like to start getting like requests thrown in, seeing what you guys want to see, whether it be more bounty hunting, mining, going through all the different stuff you can do. There's actually exploration, which gets you a lot of money, but that's kind of boring as well. So yeah, if there's anything that you'd like to see me do, or if there's any improvements or anything like that, I'd appreciate the feedback in the comments section. Just let me know. And I'll see y'all later.